What is up? What is up? Welcome back to another free pick brought to you by RunPureBets.com. Head on over to RunPureBets. Get all the best in sports gambling information that RunPureBets has to offer. Use the promo code BETS25 off to join, become a member, hang out in the Discord, and get access to all the free plays. With that being said, let's get on to the one that I've like to give out today. And that, you know what? I wasn't gonna do Thursday. Originally, this was supposed to be for matches on Thursday, but there's a match on Friday that I like so much that although it sucks, we're gonna have to wait a little while. Not a little while, but an extra day for it to be determined. This match goes off on Friday. And the match that I like is Simona Halep versus Elena Rybakina. If you guys have been listening to me doing my U.S. Open preview content before, you know that I'm kind of big on Simona Halep here. With the slower courts, the extra humidity, the it's playing slower than usual, right? And some of I talked on Monday about fading the clay quarter, and boy, that didn't go well. Laid 4.5, it ended up -4. That one was rough. One thing I noticed watching that, right, was with these heavier, superhuman conditions. I mean, if you saw the video today of the rain coming down at the U.S. Open, it is humid in New York right now. I think this sets up well for some of the more defensive-oriented players, and that's what I have here in Simone Halep. Now, of course, all these women are professional. They can all hit winners whenever need be, right? On short sitters, when they're getting balls close to the net. But for the most part, we consider Simona Halep to be a defensive player. When you look at her defense, it's an elite level defense. She's one of the quickest players on tour. She's one of the most consistent players on tour. And, in a new twist, she's actually developed some mental toughness as well, which was an issue for her, I'd say, up until about 2018, when she really turned the corner on that mental toughness, allowed her to finally make that breakthrough and start winning Grand Slams. Now, of course, she did have health issues coming into it. She tore her calf, which caused her to pull out of Wimbledon, right? And that was on the left side. Then in Cincinnati, she said she had issues with her right adductor. And I'm not a huge doctor guy, right? But it's the opposite leg. I'm wondering if that has something to do with the balance, from left to right and putting too much on one side. So Simona Halep was greatly discounted going into this tournament. A Grand Slam champion, former number one in the world, and she was at 1.36 to 1 to win the U.S. Open. Now it closed around 26 to 1, so people were with me in seeing that, hey, we're discounting this woman a little too much. But now here we are again going into today. So she's going against Elena Rybakina, who is a great player in her own regard, right? But unfortunately, she's not the level of Simona Halep. Currently, Elena Rybakina is number 20 in the world. So far in the tournament, she beat Alexandra Sasnovich in the first round. Sasnovich was a player that I really liked back in 2018 again, and she's never really grown, developed, or done anything like that. So a win over Sasnovich does not mean a lot to me at that point. And then more recently, she beat who she beat? Caroline Garcia. And she talk about the past for 2018. It's been a while since Garcia has been good as well. A lot of talent with Garcia, but it's beginning to look like she's just never going to get there as these years pass by, and she doesn't really develop as a player, right? So 2 wins so far, 2 easy wins, right? But not necessarily ones that I give much credit for. Halep had a banger against Camila Giorgi in the first round, and we know how well Camila Giorgi was playing. She won the Masters in Montreal going into this tournament. She had won 15 of her 19. 15 of her last 19 going into that match against Simona. So Simona played a top form Camila Giorgi. Not only did she win, she won in 2 sets. She won in straight sets. She should have actually closed it out sooner. She made me sweat a little there going in that second set. She should have knocked it out a little earlier, but regardless, she got it done. And then she beat Kukova today, which is another one. Hey, we can't really rate that victory that high, but good for her to get it done. And the form that she got it done in, 6-3, 6-1. I was personally pretty impressed. But what I most was happy to see with Simona was in the post-match press. She talked about feeling healthy, and it just really reinforce my belief in her to do well at this tournament. Now, if you are sitting on those outrights, I'm going to be honest, we probably will hedge at some point, but this isn't the round. This isn't the round. I think that she's going to do quite well against Rybakina here. She's a player that she's really just going to force Rybakina to do to just keep hitting shots, keep hitting winners, test her consistency. And I don't know if Rybakina can do it. Now, when we do watch Rybakina, one thing we're going to notice is how well composed she stays during the match. You're going to turn it on, and let's say you don't see the scoreline on the bottom. You're not going to be able to tell if she's winning or losing. She does a great job of keeping her composure during the matches, and we have to give her credit for it. Now, Simona does as well. So this should be fun to watch. Two players that are very good at keeping their composure on court go against each other. But as good as Simona is, Rybakina is even better at really not letting her opponent know when she's frustrated with her game, her opponent, or the conditions. That will be a lot of fun for us to watch. But mainly, the main reason for this pick is going to be simply, I believe that Simona will be consistent enough. The serve looked great. I mean, this. So she said with the time off, right? So she couldn't move. She couldn't do the ground strokes. You know what she worked on? She worked on her serve for most of this time that she was off. And I saw it. I mean, it was a pretty good serve before, but wow, if she keeps serving like this, I mean, she's got a great chance to really upset the apple cart here and maybe, make a deep run at this tournament. And this deep run will be done by continuing to winning these matches that she's supposed to win. Now, what surprised me is the books don't have her as a favorite. She's a slight dog. On Bookmaker right now, Rybakina is minus 119, Halp's minus 101. So, just a little bit of juice over there on the Rybakina side. Basically a pick 'em, but still, the books are giving more credit to Rybakina here. And I think this is continued not being sure about Halp's health. Okay? But from what I've seen in the first two matches, and from what I've seen in the interviews, her health is fine. Now, is it going to be able to keep up to win seven matches to win the whole U.S. Open? I don't know, but it's going to be enough for Friday here. Now, we saw there's a ton of rain going on. Fortunately, Halep got her match in this morning. In fact, I think all the women got their matches done today. I think the only one left is Kerber Kalinina. But Simona's going to be rested. So if she is carrying this injury, right, the extra day in between matches is going to help her so much. And she just has the game. This is the type of game. This is what I like to do. You take an elite defensive player against an aggressive player that can force her to take errors. And although it's not as fun, right? Defense isn't as fun, right? Even in the NFL, the NBA, right? It's not as fun. We like the flashy offense, but Simona's going to get it done here. It's just former number one player in the world. I'm just really impressed with how Simona Halep's playing. And so look for the improved serve here. That's going to allow her to hold easier. And then she's going to be able to break Rybakina. Why is she going to be able to break Rybakina? Because number one, she's got great defense, so she's not going to get pushed behind off big first serves. And on every second serve, she's going to end up having the advantage. She's going to end up having the advantage. She's going to put Rybakina on her back feet, and that's where she doesn't want to be. So not only is she going to be able to hold serve, she is going to be able to break Rybakina here. So I expect her to win here. So I didn't go crazy and do like a 2-0 with the plus money there. Although I think it is a possibility. I wouldn't be surprised if she won in straights here. I really think that she has the game that's really going to put Rybakina to the test here. So although, I know there's a lot of people who are big on Rybakina. She's got a great game. It's just beautiful. It's so fun to watch her hit the ball. She's got power shots. I don't know how I got muted there. But Rybakina, unfortunately, tough draw here to meet Simona Halep in this form in this round. So look for Halep's big serve to continue carrying the day. Who would have thought we would have said that a couple years ago? But credit to her for using the time off to go ahead and improve that serve, and we saw how much that helped her in the wins over Georgie and Kukova. I expect her to keep it going. Guys, we're going to go ahead and hit Simona Halep money line for Friday morning. So, guys, thank you guys for hanging out. I will most likely be back on Friday. I'm not sure if Keg's on the channel doing the NASCAR, then that's great, and you'll hear from me next week. Otherwise, I'll be back Friday night. I'm not sure what the NASCAR schedule is, but Either way, make sure you're subscribed to the Run Pure Bets YouTube channel so you can get the notifications when we go live. It might be the Keg doing NASCAR. It might be me just giving out another free tennis pick. Of course, you'll also get notifications for when Joey Work goes live with baseball, when JJ goes live with baseball and golf, when the Sports Keg goes live with NASCAR and UFC, and then, of course, the NFL is coming up. So, great time to head on over to runpurebets.com. Use the promo code BETS25 off to become a member, join the Discord, and get access to all of the plays. So, Simona Halep money line it is, and I'll see you Friday. Run.